Well, I got the other ESC mounted in now, as you can see there, with their heat sinks sealed, so all these MOSFETs are sealed in there and waterproof. And basically I wanted to show you this because there's still room for the controller in there, lots of room for NASA or a 36 or a 45 board, as well as the power distribution board is in there now. It's not bolted on, but when it's bolted on the top, it won't take up too much room, and I'm going to put foam on the underside of it. Probably going to include a lot of foam with the kit because it's just useful. It really helps with zip tying things down once you put the foam down, and it really isolates vibration completely. So I don't want to make it look too DIY. I'm trying to make this a clean build, and all my wires are nice and tight and tidy in here. And when I hook up these leads, we'll have them tucked away, maybe strapped up on the bottom there like that, on the top, so they're out of sight. And then we'll have access to the connectors as well, be able to change ESCs easily. I was going to solder them to the main board, but that's not really that practical. So we'll be able to swap ESCs out of here quite easily if you have a problem. You won't have to take apart your whole quad. And basically I have the blocks coming tomorrow for the arms and the landing gear, which will bring it up to about that high off the ground. It's pretty hard to tell here, but about that high, about 120 millimeters I think the legs are, and that'll clear the standard GoPro gimbal, which you can mount to the front or midway down the body, somewhere on the bottom if you want. So next step is to get the legs with their sliders, their Delrin sliders, locked in, and have a couple of tests with that, and then basically get the rest of the ESCs wired up, the other two. And now that I've calculated the wire length, I know what's safe to fold, and we're using good quality silicone wire, so it'll be able to take the flex, and there is not much flex on the actual wire itself if the lengths are proper, because the actual pivot point does not really drag too far. It's on the front it's only about halfway, and on the back about halfway when you have it set at 450 size. Now they will both expand with the wires that are in there if they're you wanted to make a larger quadcopter, and I think that a 600 or 500 would be quite a nice stable platform for a larger camera as well, and as well as 5-cell or 4-cell battery on the top there, because you do have quite a substantial area to mount it to. And this is with 10-inch props, so we are pretty much clear of the frame. There's a little bit of overlap here, but 10.5-inch props, or 10-inch props, sorry, 10 by 4.7s. I would fly them, that's for sure. They have just cleared at 450 size, and they clear the camera really well at the front. As you can see, they don't come anywhere near the picture when you're using the Mobius on the bottom or a gimbal on the bottom. They'll be far clear of the front of the lens, and even on other quadcopters you'll see props in the picture. But if you were to fly 4-cell with 8-inch props or 9-inch props even, you would have zero picture interference, probably zero shade interference of the actual propellers too, because you can recess your camera underneath the HB8's front so that it's shielded by the light and the sun a bit. And then the FPV cameras here, which I'll look forward to flying with, right on the front. So there you go, that's the update. Wires coming through all kinds of holes. You got options here, plenty of options for strapping batteries in, and let's take it to the next level when the frames arrive, and we will get the extra additional special fasteners, which will really make you get this thing together quickly in the field.